All right, so I'm just wondering who you are.
I'm Sheila Norton, and I work at the Upper Crust.
All right, well, I just talked to Andy Murray, the head Chartwell guy, and he told me that I am allowed to talk to Chartwell employees, and there would not be any repercussions, negative repercussions, for you to offer your 2 cents to these questions.
Okay.
So with that in mind, I'm just wondering what you think of the strike in general.
I think it's kind of a bad time for me to go out on strike. It's close to the middle of the semester and that bit, and it's put a lot of people in, a hard place.
How's it affected the operations at all?
It's slow. We've had to displace a couple of our workers here, and then I'm here by myself, so it's cut things way back here.
Makes for some long days.
Long days.
Was it ethical for the faculty to have gone on strike?
Well, I think they've got to do what they feel they have to do, and hopefully before too long both sides will come to some kind of agreement and everybody can get back to some kind of normalcy around here.
Well, they're meeting right now, so let's hope for the best.
I hope so. Hopefully we'll hear something in the morning.
Any last messages about the strike to whoever may be listening?
Just, get things finalized so everybody can get back to what they're used to doing.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
What do we want? No strike! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No strike! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No strike! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? No strike! When do we want it? Now!
Hey there, Aaron. I'm just wondering what this rally was all about.
This is the ASU rally to try and get both sides to keep negotiating and reach a fair deal.
As part of the ASU's neutral stance, right?
Yeah.
They've continued to hold that stance?
Yeah, absolutely, because we believe in the students' right to choose which side they want to be with, and we want to keep the pressure on both sides so that one side doesn't start lagging.
All right, well, thank you so much, Aaron.
No problem, thank you.
Oh, hey, you're ASU President. I'm just wondering, today you had your little rally. How'd that go, in your opinion?
I think it went really well, considering the amount of students that are left here on campus. We made some noise. We made our point heard, I think, by both sides. We had some people looking at windows there at U-Haul, and we had some faculty standing on the side giving us a hand. So I think, all in all, it went well. They realized where we're coming from. We just want both sides back at the table and stay there. So I think it went really well.
How come you chose the route around the building and the street? So was that strategic?
It was. We chose the building, or the route, to go in front of the picket lines first, so the faculty could see us, and then we chose to go around the admin building so that everybody in U-Haul could see us as well. Just to, sticking with the neutral stance thing. We don't want to kind of push this against any one side. So making sure that they both know we want them to go back to the table, I feel that was very important.
Do you think something like this would have been a little bit more effective, say, last week when there was more students on campus?
I think it would have been difficult in some ways last week just because there was so much optimism around Wednesday. After last Wednesday, there's a little bit more uncertainty around this set of negotiations. However, I feel that last week was really spent communicating the issues to students, and I think that was where our focus should have been. I think this week was kind of a week, where it's getting to the point where it's getting long. I think that it was a good time to start doing a rally.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
What we're doing today is we are wanting to save the Acadia Theatre program. We have 5 professors right now. 3 are on contract work and they're trying to get rid of them. So 2 professors does not a theatre program make at Acadia University. So, we're just trying to get out here and support our program. And
Support the program!
We're going to do a little cheer for you.
All right.
It's going to be very exciting. 5 professors down to 2. 5 professors down to 2. Our program, it will be screwed. Our program, it will be screwed. Save our program. Save our program today.
All right, I'm just wondering where you guys got your information from about the 3 job cuts.
Well, if they want to cut the contract faculty, 3 of our faculty are contract, 2 of them are tenure. So if we lose even one of those professors, we lose our entire program. We have no degree to graduate from.
That's right. 5 is already too small. Too few.
Yeah, we've only got 5. They're already stretched thin on the classes that they can teach. Some of them we can only get like 2 of our mandatory classes. We only get 1 a year because we don't have enough professors to teach all of it.
Okay, so are you speculating again with this, or did someone actually told you sort of that's what's going to happen?
If they cut the professors?
Yeah.
If they cut even one of ours, there's no way they can take the course load. It's impossible.
Okay. Thanks,
We don't
guys.
even have a fourth-year acting class right now
Oh, okay.
because we don't have enough professors to cover it.
It's true.
It's true.
Let's get some clapping.
Putting my graduation in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks again.
Thanks.
Hello there. I'm just wondering who you might be.
I'm Gail Gottlieb. I'm the President and Vice-Chancellor of Acadia University.
All right, well, it's day 9 of the strike. As far as I know, they're negotiating as we're talking. And I'm just wondering what you think of the strike in general so far.
I'm very disappointed that there is a strike going on. I'm very sorry that the students and their parents are being so affected by the strike. As you know, we're now at the negotiating table again, and there is a media blackout, so I really can't talk about any of the issues. But other than the fact to express that my disappointment, and I trust that we will be able to wrap this up pretty soon.
Do you think it was ethical for the faculty to have gone on strike?
Well, it's legal. The faculty followed the processes. It's legal. So there's no judgment involved. It was what they felt they had to do.
Would you have any other last comments to make about the strike in general to whoever may be listening?
Well, what was fascinating to me is how my trip to China became a flashpoint. I left the day before the strike began, and frankly, we were at the table when I left, and I hoped that there would not be a strike. And apparently, some people think I should have canceled the trip. And that very much puzzles me, because this trip was in preparation for 4 months. I'd gotten a visa from the Chinese government, which was for a limited time to visit China. And if I hadn't used that visa, it would have been very difficult to get another visa from the government. I visited 4 cities, Beijing, Nanjing, Chengdu, and Xi'an. And I met people of extraordinary rank and impact in China. In Xi'an, I met the Secretary for Export, who is in charge of all of their educational efforts. I met deputy ministers and the Minister of Education in Jiangsu province. The access to these people is, for us, I think, as a university, invaluable. China has an enormous push on for its people to learn English, to speak English well, and also to give them the polish, to give the brightest of the people the polish that a Western education can give right now. And Acadia is wonderfully poised to take advantage of that. We've talked on this trip. I signed a number of memorandum of understanding to explore possibilities of faculty exchange, of student exchange, of their sending their English teachers here to learn English and how to teach English, of us sending our student teachers in the BEd program to teach in China. There are so many possibilities. And being able to go to China at this time when they were expecting me, I was welcomed everywhere I went. I was even invited to take part in a convocation for 350 PhD students at Northwestern Polytechnic University, which has something like 30,000 students all studying astronautics, aeronautics, and marine science.
Wow.
So I was extraordinarily impressed by the potential there for Acadia and for Canada in terms of student recruitment and exchanges and research collaborations and possibilities. And that's what this trip was all about.
Forging partnerships, trying to ensure the long-term sustainability of the university through these partnerships.
That's right.
And I think we really recognize and appreciate that. The only question I guess I'd have to that is the timing of the trip, just couldn't have been any worse just with all things, that came about. Do you think that a letter or some sort of explanation to the student body explaining these points of views before your trip or even during your trip, do you think that would have helped to dispel some of the rumors?
We've been addressing it with the people one-on-one. It hadn't occurred to me to have to explain myself before the trip, and I think at some point, I will be putting out a report on my trip with a cover letter that will be posted on my website, and I'll address the students in that. But it was an awfully narrow point of view, I thought, to expect me to cancel the trip. I was in touch with the BlackBerry constantly. My BlackBerry works in China. I've been in constant touch with the team. I've got a very good team here. And there were daily emails and phone calls going back and forth the whole time I was away. So why there's the thought that my sitting here in this office would have had any different outcome than what has happened now puzzles me. I don't understand why people think my sitting here would have made a difference when I've been in constant contact with the team.
So they're meeting right now. Let's hope for the best, I guess.
I hope this can be wrapped up very quickly.